Yes, I've done it again. What a weekend. Excellent. Guys, girls, non-binaries, good Monday morning. How are you doing? How was your weekend? What did you do? Where did you go? I know a few of you where you were because I saw you out on the field, out in the car boot sales. How about the rest of my lovely subscribers? Where were you? What did you do? So, if it's Monday, it can only mean one thing and one thing only. What's brought a smile to this face of mine? The ka-chings, baby, the ka-chings. That's right. Notification bells were going off late last night. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, sir, please. Thank you very much. So, without further ado, what did I sell? Glad you asked, guys. Girls, let's have a look. Where shall we start? Okay, Vinted have had the biggest sales this whole weekend. Yes, you won't believe how much I sold on Vinted. One item. Go figure, I don't mind. Well, what was it? This item here, it was the PGA bag. I picked it up in Shepperton. Yep, Shepperton car boot. £4-5 if I'm not mistaken. There you go. Was it PGA? It was the Callaway, my bad, Callaway. Lovely hits on it. I had it initially listed, both platforms, $24.99. No one was really biting. Had a couple of offers for, what was it now? £12 on both sites, believe it or not. You know, the solds on these are about £20, yeah? So, you know, that's where I kind of like to market, come down if need be over time. Sold it for £15 over on Vinted. See you later. Nice. What's going up next? The end of summer is almost upon us. The kids are back at school. The sun has decided to hide behind those clouds temporarily, yes? We're heading now towards autumn, winter. And what does John sell? A cool box! Hey! Not just any cool box. Look out, it's a vintage Coleman. This is called the Personal 24. It comes with ice packs in it as well from back in the day. I'm thinking 1970s, 1980s, if I'm not mistaken. The original ice packs, yep. That's all going as one job lot, guys. Okay, so initially I was in Rickmansworth, a charity shop, if I'm not mistaken. This one is on video. Remember, it's not so long ago, 2 months ago or so. Go and have a look. You know, it's interesting video footage. I paid a grand total of £12 for this, yeah? £12. Forget, summer is almost finished, unfortunately. However, I flipped this for a grand total of £50. Yes. Strong sales coming in. Strong sales coming in. Yes. Okay. This was a... Let me have a look at my list. Yes. Next item I purchased on Vinted. That's right, Vinted. I bought it for £18 only after I purchased the other similar product, knowing what they can sell for. This came out in my recommendations. I paid a grand total of, this is a Bolo, guys, £18. It's a Philips Lumia Compact IPL. So it removes like hairs and things like that. You know, it's all done. There you go, there's a better picture on the back to show you what it can and cannot do, so to speak, yeah? Works with different skin types. I had no or very limited knowledge on this until I purchased other products, as you can appreciate. I paid £18, yeah? There's only one other listing on the eBay of this model, so strong contender. And I have just commanded a grand total of £85. Yes, yes, beautiful. Wow, I would have been happy with just them sales there. I would have been like, thank you very much. Life is good. Life is very good. However, an hour later, which other item sells? You're going to recognize this one. It's that one there, yes? This item was sent out on eBay about 3 weeks ago. After 3 days of receiving the item, customer returned it, said, it's used. I had in my description, lightly used once or twice. The pictures justified that it is in very, very minty fresh condition. However, customer returned it. It's fine, they returned the same product, relisted it or sell similar on the eBay. It's now been set on my shelf about 5 weeks, right? Just sat there gathering dust, the EPL. So I first purchased it on Vinted. Yeah, first bought it on Vinted for 55, including postage. Sold it on eBay for about 130. That then came back to me, relisted, and now I've sold this product. So keep a lookout for it, yeah? Keep a lookout for it on the field, yeah? I've now just sold this product here. This product, wait for it, £141. Yes, yes, yes. Life is beautiful when you're by my side. Okay, moving on, let's have a look. Oh, yes. For all you budding artists out there. So I was in one of the Chalfonts, so I've done that Chalfont charity shop hunt. I was sent a challenge by my loyal subscriber. So go out into the Chalfonts, rather than the Amshams, Chalfonts and Peelers, Chalfonts and Giles, and around that sort of establishment, if you wish, you know, where all the finer members of society happen to live, yeah? So, in the charity shop was 2 of these. Yep. It is a metal easel by Reeves. Excusez-moi. So yeah, it's a metal easel by Reeves. I've listed it as used, very lightly used. I have 2 of these, which I paid £10 or £12. It was around about that sort of figure. I forget exactly how much will be on the videos, yeah? So, let's say conservatively, I paid £10, just so it works out easier for my mathematics at the end, because you know I have the brains of a frog. Okay, so guys, girls, non-binaries, £10 paid for this metal easel. Yes, has just sold for, wait for it, a metal easel, portraits, paintings, £75. Yes! The video's there, guys. You've seen me pick it up. I'm showing you the listing solds. Thank you, thank you. So from there, I have another Vinted to eBay sale now. I literally saw this one on the Vinted. It's the Aerochino 4, number 4, right? Okay. They can command a bit more money. So there's your base. The Aerochino 4 does look like that. Okay. Looks like that, sort of like a jug, yeah? However, the base plate is the one you need to be looking out for. It's like that, okay? Beautiful, beautiful. So guys, I picked this Aerochino up on Vinted. I went in and bought it for, including postage, £17. No brainer. These are no brainers, guys, because I've just now flipped it. Yes, I flipped that 17 into 43 pounds. Boom! Beautiful. They said it couldn't be done. They said it was beyond repair. They said that challenge is far too great for you, John. And I said, bring it on. Bring it on. So those of you know, you know. A pair of boots. There they are in the flesh. Okay, beautiful. I bought these, yes, these shoes at a car boot sale from a house clearance in Hounslow. Blundstone, yeah, Blundstone. First of all, I bought some dubbing, which cost me a couple of pounds. Yep. With that dubbing, it's like a wax that soaks into the leather. It makes, the leather more durable, more softer. Well worth doing. Rub that in, let it dry. Rubbed it in again, let it dry. These have had 2 coats of polish. This is the picture of them when I picked them up. Yeah, pretty bad condition, right? There's the video footage, just there. £5 paid, a little bit of care, a little bit of attention to detail, guys. How much did I flip them for, though, John? John, how much did you flip them for? Well, these Blundstone from £5. I flipped and took an offer of £53. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, almost there for you guys, almost there for you. Couple more items, I assure you. These books, remember the sealed ones, denim car boot. A big bundle I paid £5-6 for. Yep, so it owes me about 40p, 30p, 20p. Pennies. Sold. Sold for a grand total of £4.60. Thank you. Beautiful, it's true. Now this is a beauty. Actually, I'll leave that one to the very end. Let me go to this one. This one, remember the end of denim car boot, and the house clearance guys were like, everything 50p, 50p, 50p. That's right, one of them little silver coins you get in your change. I picked up quite a lot of items, yeah, for 50p. It's the the bug, yeah? It's a radio. It is what it is, does what it does. Quick dust, turned it on, power's on. That's all I need to worry about from this stage, yeah? Okay, so it's a radio. It looks like a little bit like an alien. There you go, let's bring it out. There you go. These are very rare. I didn't realise they were old as they were, to be fair. Anyway, guys, 50p paid. Excuse me while I put my back to you. 50p paid for a return of £23. We're taking it. Yes, we are. And now I have, in my opinion, it's not classified as antique, but it might as well be classed as that considering its age. I picked this up when I very first went to the Harrow Wills donation centre, excuse me. So when I first started going there, is when I just first found this place, before I let you guys know. Was in there, and I found this beautiful, beautiful, heavy item. I cannot deny it. Looks like a huge orange suitcase. It's done by a company called Geostyle, which is Italian. These, if you find one of these out there, it's going to be very rare that you find one, because like I said, 1970s, this is more than 50s. It might even be 1950s, 1960s. So it's at least 50 years old minimum, this item, yeah? At least 50 years old. Guys, I only paid £10 for this. Now, I'm going to flick some pictures on screen about here of the listing that I put up, so you get an idea what it is. Yeah, so you can see there, yeah? And here. And here. So, yeah, it's a lovely vintage folding picnic table and chairs. I mentioned that, yeah, due to its age, there's going to be some fraying on some of the chairs. You know, but it's a fold-out table. It's got the chairs, foldable chairs. Lovely vintage item, yeah, vintage. I bought this table and chairs included are in there, as you'll see in the description, guys, for £10, right? I've managed to flip. There's none other solds on eBay, none on Vinted. There's nothing similar even on Google search when you do the Google search. It's very rare. It's Italian. It's an Italian picnic table. I went in hard. I can command whatever I desire, so to speak. Remember, guys, we can start at the top and work our way down, but we can't work at the bottom and go back up. No. I went in at £85. I had an offer come in for, you're not going to believe it, guys, £80, and it's going. See you later. Excellent. Just goes to show you the most quirky and unusual items do and can sell. Definitely something I'm going to be looking out for in the future, something similar. The more generic, the more modern ones, no. But if it's older, a little bit more rare, then yeah, absolutely. Be on the lookout for these guys. Some of the quirky items, that clock radio, for example, yeah? It's unusual, it's like a bug, isn't it, you know? Yeah, I paid 50p, but would I have paid £5? Possibly. Even at spares and repairs, £5 would be more than adequate, because this is like the year 2000, that sort of age, if I'm not mistaken. It's quirky. If it works, it's a bonus. If not, spares and repairs. The rest of it is kind of generic that I'm looking down here, apart from that big old vintage Coleman. What do they call them? Like thermos sandwich boxes things. Let's just show you again. Icebox. Yeah. Always be on the lookout for a little bit of vintage every now and then. It just keeps your store a little bit more interesting, shall we say. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to see you later. Bye. Actually, no, I'm not. I need to tell you what I picked all this up for, right? So those of you that have turned off because I didn't finish the video, I do apologise. I have paid a grand sum of £131.70 for all these items, yeah? That's £131.70p. That's a lot of dough, guys. That I'm not going to deny, yeah? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. However, like, subscribe, follow, hit that notification bell. You'll know when I upload my videos regularly. I try to. I will try and find you content daily, just even if I say good morning to you, that'll be something, right? However, I flipped these for a grand total of, don't forget, some of these items have been sat in the store for a couple of weeks. Some have been sat there a little bit longer. But what did I command for these beautiful items? Well, I'll tell you, ladies, gents, non-binaries, I managed to flip all this from £131.70. Yes, that's a small outlay considering the greater scheme of things, for a grand total of £569.60p. Thank you very much. Life is beautiful. It's true. What a weekend. Yes, we've done it again. If we can start the week like this, let's just have steady sales now for the rest of the week. Doesn't matter if I now have 1, 2 sales every day. Doesn't matter if I have a day on eBay or I sell nothing. You know, I've started off strong. Guys. So beautiful. The faith in life, in humanity, in the deities has just got better and better. Well, on that note, I need to get these wrapped, I need to get them shipped, and I need to get them out the door so I can reinvest for some more. And I'm a poet and I don't know it. Thank you very much, guys, girls, non-binaries. I appreciate your time. The channel's growing. We're about 2 or 3 away from hitting a landmark number. We're getting there, guys, slowly but surely. But I'd rather the channel grow slowly and steadily as people, you know, find us as a community and appreciate what we are, who we are, where we are in life and where we're heading, rather than just get some random people just coming in every now and then that come in and disappear. You know, we're about unity. That's our channel, unity. Beautiful is you and me, us and them. Yep, we're all equal at the end of the day, guys. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys on the other side.